Good morning, everybody. I woke up and saw that Killer Mike is pissed off. Why is he pissed off? He's pissed off because he's finally hit mainstream news. Only problem is he doesn't like what mainstream news is saying about him. There's this show that comes on MSNBC on the weekends. It's called The Weekend, and it has Alicia Mendez, it has Simone Sanders, and it has Michael, what's his last name? I forget his last name. He's former chair of the RNC, black man, who is a never Trumper, right? And so this past weekend, they were talking about the racist speech that Donald Trump gave at the Black Conservative Federation Gala, right? And so that, and they were talking about Donald Trump's shoes and what Fox News had to say, right? And so they were playing the clips from the speech and playing the clips from what was said on Fox News. They had guest Dr. Jason Johnson on part of this panel, and this is what was said.
Only reason we have a mugshot is because of the black DA in Fulton County and the black sheriff that made sure he got one to ensure that he knew that he was not above the law.
Right.
So it is disgusting. It is offensive. I was gravely offended by the South Carolina party chair the Republican party chair who said, if you don't know by now, if I don't know by now, what?
Then you
what am I supposed to accept?
For sure.
Right.
What am I supposed to accept?
Right.
When the sneakers came out, we didn't say it on the show. We said it in the break. We were talking. I'm like, it's really offensive because they think black people gonna vote for them for sneakers, and then people go on Fox News and they say black people gonna vote for sneakers. At this point, it is like black Americans deserve a elevated discourse. Do they not think black men care about the economy?
Like the sneakers, and then as we were talking about in the last block, and menthol cigarettes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because that's all we do is we wear gold lame sneakers and we smoke menthol cigarettes.
But you have to.
Oh, and we have mug shots too. So
you have to understand, though, this is a room of very unique kind of black folk. Okay, it's a bunch of bad lineups and members-only jackets, right? Like that's what we're dealing with here. And so I'm not surprised that these sorts of people accept that. These are the same people who listen to Killer Mike. These are the same people who listen to idiots on podcasts. These are the same large number of black folks who listen to Joe Rogan. Those people are out there. I'm less concerned with anybody who is okay with Trump's racism than I am with the people who are so disconnected from the process that they're not worried about his racism. Those people are more of a concern for me than the people vote for the guy.
I just think this is his pitch, though, to the sneakers with this. Yes, he was speaking to the room, but the cameras were there. He was speaking to black people across the country. These are their talking points. This is what it is.
Now, I was present in the moment, and what I mean by that is that I watched that episode live, and I know that Dr. Jason Johnson went on to say something along the lines of, and this is, what Killer Mike is basically getting other black people to do, which is to turn towards Trump. He didn't say that specifically, just something along those lines. And baby, did that piss off Killer Mike. Killer Mike went dancing right on over to Twitter, and this is what he tweeted. Someone tell this liar, I am not a Trump surrogate. He didn't say that you were all out in support of Donald Trump. It takes an evil amount of willful ignorance and arrogance to lie like this to the people. Shame on you, liar. Whoever raised you to lie should be ashamed. Have good day, y'all. Stand on truth, even in disagreement. Don't lie. Like I said, I don't remember Dr. Jason Johnson saying that Killer Mike was a Trump surrogate, that he was 100% in support of Donald Trump. What I heard was Dr. Jason Johnson saying that the bullshit that Killer Mike peddles out there on whatever platform he is allowed on is leading people, black people, towards Trump. And all that he's peddling is misinformation and lies. But Killer Mike didn't stop there. He was so pissed off, he went on to tweet this. And the liar is Dr. Jason Johnson. As an educator and black man, you do us all a disservice to lie in an attempt to slander me. Killer Mike, you are slandering yourself. You are lying to our people. What you are doing is leading them to vote for Donald Trump, and you know it. And to call this man slanderous and saying that he's doing a disservice when you are the one doing a disservice to our people, when you have become a danger to black women, you have no room to talk. He goes on to say, you only prove yourself to be disgraceful and disgusting. I myself, Killer Mike, think you are disgraceful and disgusting. The clips that are running around about you and how I have watched you move in these Atlanta streets to turn black men away from black women in politics, yeah, you are disgraceful and disgusting. To disagree is not a wrong, but to lie and slander in your disagreement is, sir, do better. I'm saying the same thing to you, Killer Mike. Well, the news got back to Dr. Jason Johnson. Yeah, he found out that Killer Mike, his feathers are all ruffled. And this is what Dr. Jason Johnson had to say. Plain and simple, short and sweet. Hey, at Killer Mike, I did not call you a Trump surrogate this morning. Go back and actually watch the clip. Happy to talk this out directly anytime. Now, I would be curious to see if Killer Mike does a sit down with Dr. Jason Johnson, because the lies that he peddles in his fast talking as he stands confident in his bullshit, that's not going to fly with Dr. Jason Johnson. We just saw him peddle some bullshit about trade school and black men and black women versus black boys. We just saw him peddle some bullshit policy idea that makes no fucking sense. Now, he can peddle that to the people like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in front of another group of black men. But none of those black men are educated, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. welcomes the bullshit that Killer Mike peddles. That shit would not fly with Dr. Jason Johnson. I love the fact, Killer Mike, that you're being called out, because I know that's where you want to be, on mainstream news media. But I love the fact that you aren't being presented as you want to be presented. They are presenting you for what you are actually doing. You are shilling for Donald Trump, whether it is your intent or not. It is the impact on our community that matters. I'll see y'all later.